Hello, my name is Aiden, and I am a member of the group Ultra, along with Ben, John, and Julia. And for this year's final project, we decided to create UltraHealth, which is designed to be a medical hub that patients, doctors, and pharmacists can all use to form easier ways of communication along their prescriptions or patients, adding doctors, all sorts of things to make it one experience and less confusing for everyone. So for our code, we made many routes. For our doctor routes, we have a route right here to get all the patients displayed on their page. We have one right below it that adds a new patient in the data set. They can add a new patient to their list. The route below that gets all the doctors' names for the drop-down menu, which is a way to sign in on the doctor page. And the last route for doctors is adding a new prescription into the data set. And then for our patients page, we have a route to show all the available doctors to them. One below that is it gets all the patient's info for the drop-down menu, way of signing in again. And we also have a route to get all the pharmacies and they can view them. And then the last route is to get all the prescriptions for that specific patient that they're logged in as. And then for our pharmacist page, we have a route that they can edit the start and end time and still taking values for a prescription in a table. One for adding a new order, like once they fulfill like basically a receipt. And then a route for showing and getting all the orders for that pharmacist. And one last route for getting all the prescriptions. So back to our app. We are taken to the doctor's homepage where we can say which doctor we are from our list of doctors. Let's say that I am Sasha Lemon. As we can see here, she has one patient. Let's say that she gets a new patient and she wants to add them to her table. How do we do that? We click Manage Patients, sign back in to Sasha Lemon, and then we can add in our patient information for John Doe, who was born today. And we can put in some information. Can add an email. We're in Massachusetts, let's say. Add an area code, and then lastly, the phone number. And then we submit. It says success. If we want to check again, we can hit the back button, go back, log in as Sasha Lemon. We can see John Doe is now added to our patient table with all the information. So that's a good sign. And if we want to go to the patient page, we can see that when we're trying to log in as a patient, John Doe is now listed. And here we are on his homepage. We can look at his prescriptions table, which we can see there's nothing in. So let's say that a doctor wants to give him his first prescription. We can enter the patient ID, which was 71. We can see that in the doctor's table. We are going to enter the NDC code, which is the code that identifies the sort of medication they are given, and then enter the refill number, which let's just say is 2. And we can submit it. And when we go back to the patient page and log back in as John Doe, we can see that he now has a prescription in his table. And also, if we look a bit below, we see 2 more tables, one listing all the pharmacies that he could go to and the information about them. And then next to that is another list of all the doctors that are available and all their contact information. Now, if we take a hop over to the pharmacist page, we can see we're greeted a list of every prescription. If we wanted to update the prescription for John Doe, we can say that they came today, and we're going to enter that the start date. They have no end date yet because they just started their medication. And the RX number we can say is 86, because that's what it said in the last table. And still taking is going to be true because they just started. Can submit that. And then if we look at the last page of this table, we can now see that the start date and the still taking have now been entered into the table. If we also, for the pharmacist, if we want to manage these orders so they come to us, we want to keep a receipt of everything that's been going on, we can go to the next page. We can see all of the recent orders based on which one happened the latest. If we want to fill out this order, we can go to the RX number. We can say that was 86. The total will be, let's say, 22.99. The order date was today. And the patient ID was 71, as we said before. Can submit that. And now we see that this order was now added to our table. All right, and that concludes our demonstration of all of the routes that we've included into our app, UltraHealth. Thank you for listening.